You are a micromanager. I know what you're thinking. What? Me? A micromanager? Chances are you are a micromanager. Or let me say, not all the time, but some of the time that you are a micromanager. In this video, what? Are you done with that video on micromanaging? I've just started recording the video, so it will be ready in good time. Yeah. Okay. So as I was saying before, I was interrupted by my micromanager. In this video, we are going to discuss about being a micromanager. What's the difference between being a good manager and a micromanager? And I'm going to give you, I think, 3 signs that you might be a micromanager. And I have actually a bonus one, the 4th point, a modern sign that actually happens in our offices day in, day out. Probably that is what you found people doing that. But it is an actual sign to show that you are a micromanager. So without further ado, so far, how are you faring on with that video on micromanaging? Is it done yet? I told you, I've just started recording the video. Yeah, it will be ready by Monday. It will be published. Yeah, thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. A survey was done and they found out 85% of workers have left their job because of their bosses, the micromanagers. And a third of those people who are still working, they are considering leaving that job because of the micromanagers. So what is the difference between a good manager and being a micromanager? By the way, a manager's work is to have that overall oversight, giving instructions and guidance on how things should be done, and then giving the experts, the employees, the opportunity to do the work based on their expertise, their experience, and what is expected of them. And on the other hand, a micromanager is someone who will give instructions, detailed instructions, step-by-step instructions on how something should be done, and they are constantly checking, indulged, actually looking over almost your shoulder to confirm that you're doing things step by step as they have instructed. And this really messes up with the employees' morale. They feel as if they're children, they don't have that liberty to make the decisions, and they end up leaving. I actually heard of a story of a lady who said the management expected her to be that micromanager because she was a supervisor. And they ended up firing her, and she was asking, I have an MBA in management and I was fired because I'm not micromanaging. Where else do you think I will get work? It is that bad. So here are the 3 signs that I think you really need to look out for in yourself, to ask yourself, am I really a micromanager? And if you're an employee, also identify probably the people that I'm working with, the people who is in charge. Is he micromanaging me? Because I've heard of people who say they were in a very toxic work environment. They wouldn't put their finger on what was really happening, why they were feeling like they are not having the morale, they are not really positive about the job, they are feeling there's a lot of baggage or things to do, only to realize that, oh, actually it was that micromanager. So sign number 1, you are overly indulged or involved in the day-to-day activities of the workplace, and 90% of your time is actually checking on people and how they're doing their work. If you find that that is your line of work, chances are you are a micromanager. You are not giving your team members, your employees, the space to do the work. You are always there to check that they are doing the right thing. Sign number 2, you are asking for constant updates. You know, there is one way of being really aggressive where you go check out what people are doing and asking questions, and there's again the passive aggressive, something of that sort. Yeah, you're in the office, you are constantly asking for updates. Can I be updated every minute, every hour on what is happening? While you can still wait for an update at the end of the day or at a specific time, maybe a considerable amount of time where some work might have been done. The flip side of asking for constant updates would be sending lots and lots of reminders. Again, you are sending reminders to people who know what they need to do, and sometimes I've been in some situations whereby you are sent a reminder, an email, a text message, or whichever way the message is sent, and as you read, it is meant to be a reminder. However, the underlying tone is just telling you, you better do this or else something. Yeah, so there is asking for updates or asking for constant reminders. I heard of someone who told me that they were receiving even reminders in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. of a task that need to be done the next day. And this is not a new task. Someone has been doing this task over and over. They know what is actually expected of them, and that they felt that this person is really overreaching and even getting into his own personal space, or he's off work but still getting these reminders. So that might be another sign that you are a micromanager. Sign number 3, you are constantly being asked to make the decision, and you're wondering, what is wrong with these guys? I just am working with a bunch of morons. They never make a decision for themselves. They always ask me to make a decision each and every time. You might be thinking that these guys are morons. They're dumb. But if you look back, probably you are the one who have created that over dependency. And this is how it works. You are there constantly looking over their shoulders, making sure they do the right thing the way you want it, step by step. You're asking for these updates, and when it gets to a point where you are no longer there or you are not around, they feel really disempowered because you have made it very clear that things need to be done your way. And when they are not sure, they will always stop working, look for you to ask you, what do we do? And you're wondering, aren't you the guys on the ground? But you have created that over dependency, and actually, if you are the one always making those decisions, you become that bottleneck whereby nothing really goes on ahead without you. So that is something that you really, really need to think about. Are people always coming asking for decisions to be made by you? Even those small, simple decisions. Yeah, you might think as if you're in control, but actually you are the bottleneck. And to my bonus sign that you might be a micromanager, and this is in this modern day and age, if you ask your employees or people working under you to always CC you in each and every email that is sent. Yeah, you might think that you want to have that oversight role, you know everything that is happening, but you find yourself spending lots and lots of time reading through these emails that have nothing to do with you. Yes, you have been CC'd, you're trying to clear your inbox to zero, or sometimes there are so many you don't read and you then get to know what is happening because someone already CC'd you in that email. Just get CC'd on emails that might have a direct impact or you need to know what is happening, but not all the emails. Now, as I was creating this video, I was trying to help each and every person. If you are an employee or you have worked with someone who has been a micromanager, let me know in the chat. How did you deal with it? Did you get to a point where you had to leave the job? Let me know if you've dealt with that micromanager. If you are a leader and you really want to up your leadership game, I want to invite you to join us on Leaders on Point membership. It is a great membership where you get to learn how to be an effective leader and all trainings and workshops that you need to be able to help you to be an effective leader, to know how to resolve conflict, how to lead with emotional intelligence, and so many other topics to really up your leadership game. Head over to leadersonpoint.com. Also, take a look at this video on how to become productive. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until my next video, I'm out.